Welcome to another one of our podcasts. Looking so forward to talking to VLynn today, Hawkins. In just a moment, I'll introduce her. I want to talk to you about this summit that's coming up where you can hear her full talk presentation along with 12 others-ish, and just a wealth of information where someone takes their whole life's learning, their whole life, their expertise, and squeezes it down into a 5-minute to a 20-minute talk for you. Yeah, that's exciting. Our summit is called Communication Through the Lifespan. And we say anyone can communicate through the lifespan. Is it different to communicate with a teenager versus someone elderly versus on social media? We have a lot of content for you. So what I'd like you to do is go to my website, whatstopsyou.com, whatstopsyou.com, and there'll be a pop-up for a free gift. Go ahead and tap on that. Then you'll be in our system so that you'll be able to be notified of the upcoming summit, when to register, how to do it, how to purchase my exciting new book coming out on Amazon for 99 cents, I might add. And it's called Power Up Your Marriage. It's been tried, true, and tested for actually a year or two with my college students, with a lot of positive comments and actually hundreds of testimonials. So it's a book, Power Up Your Marriage, if you're in an exclusive marriage or looking for that, and it's just a great wealth of content there. So today we have VLynn Hawkins, and woohoo, I'm looking forward to, we're meeting here for the first time. We have a common friend, Kathleen Gage, who's introduced us. And so I'm excited to hear all about you. And like we said before we started this podcast, that we'll probably be hanging out in the future as well, because there's so much similarities between us. So tell us a little bit about you in terms of what your life's work has, how it's come together and compiled to do what you do.
Well, first, I want to say thank you, Darlene, for this opportunity, for stepping up and stepping out to do your summit. And the book launch is so exciting. I want to congratulate you on that as well. And I have been in the world of philanthropy since I was in high school. Now, little did I know that's what it was, the whole caring concept, and caring actually through communication. Caring in such a way that you could raise funds to do the work that you do. And you're probably thinking, in high school, what kind of work did you do? I supported my mom, who was the creator of and executive director of a nonprofit organization that served the elderly. And I don't know about you, not many people remember when Meals on Wheels first started. That was the time frame that we were working in.
Interesting.
And I actually helped my mom to write grants and fund that nonprofit of over, it was millions of dollars per year. And I felt such an honor and privilege to be able to support her in that way. And I think, as we go through life, we communicate to ourselves. And one of the things is you're either really good at something, or maybe you should leave that alone, kind of thing.
Right. Yes.
And for me, there was a lot of natural to doing that, to writing grants. And my mom was a great teacher. She was a teacher. She, for a lot of years, taught French and German in the junior high school. And she was a great teacher. And a lot of that got passed on to me too, as she was teaching me how to support her. And as I learned more about grant writing, the world of crowdfunding opened up. And so I've supported nonprofit organizations for decades, helping with grant writing so that they could get funded for certain things or activities, children's group, playground equipment. And when crowdfunding became something that was brought in from the ethers, and I say the ethers, where the SEC and attorneys and business plan writers were feverishly going after that business. But there was a lot of money in that. But you had to have at least $1 million net worth to even play in that arena. And the Obama Jobs Act actually shifted how crowdfunding for business could be done. And so learning that, I was like, I have got to teach everyone who's an entrepreneur how this works, how to partner with, if you're a for-profit, how to partner with nonprofit organizations and really help both for-profit businesses and nonprofits to do more through these collaborative efforts. And now I do the same, and I have done it long enough to have created a system. And my crowdfunding success blueprint is actually a system. And I'm so looking forward to being a part of the summit and talking about the pieces of the blueprint that actually come together to create successful campaigns. And it's not just what you're raising money for, it's beyond that. And that's the piece that really makes my heart sing as to how that happens. We're going to talk about hypnotic communication. We're going to talk about bringing.
Tell us more about what you mean by hypnotic communication.
So, there's a way, and I'm not talking about the Las Vegas stage, cluck like a chicken kind of hypnosis, but there is a way to bring the energy of hypnosis into your communications so that your communications land with the right people, they have the right message, and they resonate in such a way as it brings back to you that which you are seeking.
Is it more language patterns and attitudes? Because I'm a hypnotherapist as well. And so, when I think about that, and you don't need to give it away yet because we want to listen to your speech, but it's probably containing language patterns, attitudes, and presupposing language embedded.
It's a lot of language, but there is a secret ingredient to language that even if you have the right language, if you don't have this secret ingredient, your language falls on deaf ears. And
is it butter? Butter's my secret ingredient. Drop that in and it makes everything. That's exciting.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and mine is sweeter than butter.
Oh, is it sugar? Is it brown sugar?
And it's healthier.
Okay.
So I love that too.
Nice. That's really exciting. So, okay, so tell us the topic of your speech.
So the topic is really just very bland, if I may say so myself, but it sends the message, the power of a crowdfunding campaign to get more funding into your business or your enterprise.
Through communications, because
through communications, through the
legitimately, it's all that, all communication.
Exactly. And the pieces and parts of it are, we sell by communication, we show by body language communication, and we bring other things into communication, dialogue, monologue, panel discussion is a form of communicating out to a group or to, in our digital world, it's a lot of individuals on the other ends of those screens, like what the summit is going to be.
Right.
And you really want to have the right combination in your communication, everything that you spoke about and then some. And I call it my secret ingredient because as a hypnotherapist, I always looked at, I'll give you an example. The used car salesman used to be able to sell a lot of cars because they had that golden tongue. They had the right things and the right energy and the right, whatever it took until somebody said, I'm pulling back the curtain and
I'm on to you. Yeah.
And it was revealed that those people were not being genuine, right? And so what you started hearing was stuff that was Kind of if you're reading a newspaper, what's important is above the fold. That's what sales, used car salesmen started being categorized as, well, I can see you right away. And a lot of times with crowdfunding campaigns, especially those for business, people think that they see what it's really about. They think, oh, you want to raise $100,000 or $1 million for your movie. It's your movie. When it's really an underlying, I want the message in this movie to be with my
Right.
audience. I want it to do
Exactly.
something for you.
The higher reason.
Exactly.
And to somehow communicate that to the person who's funding, that they see the messages about the world and about them. Because if it's, I always say, in any kind of a deal, it needs to be obviously reciprocal, but it's a deal that you would do again.
Yes.
If we did this deal, I would do it again later, the same deal, because it was reciprocal both directions. And that's
Yeah.
what a good deal is, so that they feel they're contributing and receiving, you're contributing and receiving.
Mhm.
And it's not just about selling your car, you, me making the money.
And that is resonant energy. What you put out, and we call it karma, we call it, all kinds of things.
Vibrations. So who is your ideal target market?
My ideal target market is a healthpreneur. I also run a
Writing
business.
that down.
I do. One of the things with crowdfunding campaigns is you can create an amazing campaign, but if you don't have two things, it's not going to go very far. One of which was the digital marketing space, the online space. When I started with crowdfunding, you didn't have the internet that you have today,
Right.
which makes a lot of difference in reach and opportunity today than you had a decade ago. And
That's
so
for sure.
with that, there's a lot of opportunity that people don't realize they can get. And so I don't want to give too much away, but they don't
Right?
do some things that they
Yeah.
could do. And that, no matter where you are in business or life, if you're a team leader in a corporate environment, a manager, a vice president, there are some situations that you can be in and really feel like you do well in, but you're somehow feeling out of your comfort zone, or you want to reach for that next promotion, yet you have an issue with actually asking for it.
Mhm.
There's certain principles that I bring into the crowdfunding success blueprint that actually addresses even that. Imagine you want dollars to fund the book project. You're writing a book and it's going to cost X dollars. There are certain ways that you can do that with a crowdfunding campaign. And not only do you expand your readership before you even launch the book, when you launch, you've got all of these other people who are there to support you as well. And we'll be talking about a lot of that during the summit as well.
It's funny. Every one of these interviews, I totally want to hire them as a coach. Like every single one of the interviews, like, okay, I need you to coach me on that. I need you to coach me on that. So yeah, I was like, okay, sign me up. Yeah, it's exciting.
And that's an amazing thing, Darlene, because we all need coaches,
Yes,
business,
that's
and
for sure.
spirituality, to go to the gym. You're in a class, you got an instructor, that's your coach. I mean, we're in all of these environments, parents to their children, that's that coach.
And we can't see ourselves. I can't see myself right now. You can, can't see if I have egg on my face or whatever. And so we can see each other. And so the greatest individuals in the world have coaches. So
that's how they got to be that greatest
yeah,
four individuals
exactly.
in the world.
So what bonus gift do you have for?
Ooh, I have something juicy.
You do? Okay.
I do. I am actually going to be an example of the creation of a crowdfunding campaign of sorts. So everybody probably has heard of the crowdfunding platform that came out a few years ago, maybe 5 or 6 years ago, and it's called Patreon. And it was originally developed for artists to be able to display their wares and bring people in to either teach art or be in a co-creative space to create art and to sell amongst themselves or others. Because these artists knew each other, it became a place where they were able to collaborate to do other things. And I've created a space in Patreon where I will not only be doing training and helping people to develop their crowdfunding campaign ideas, but to actually develop a campaign. So over the course of time, I'm going to be teaching the various elements of this blueprint system so that people can create their campaigns. They can learn how to pitch their campaigns once it's created. They can learn how to build a team to support them, all kinds of good things. And the bonus is that you get 2 free months in the Patreon membership group and learn some of this stuff, be supported in it, and be amongst a group of others who want the same for themselves.
Wow. Boy, it's so exciting. And it's just thrilling to know that back in high school, you knew that you had a skill, a desire, and a space to practice with your mother and kind of grow and develop your expertise to be where you are today. And you have a trajectory of your goals and putting it all together. And what a wealth of information you are and your work is for others. So thank you so much for being here today and being part of this amazing summit, Communication Through the Lifespan. And we look really forward to hearing your presentation. I look forward to it.
Thank you, Darlene.
So, thanks for coming today, and we'll talk soon, and we'll talk again, and probably a lot. Let's go to lunch.
Very well, yeah.
Where are you? Where are you right now?
I am in the Atlanta, Georgia area.
Oh, okay. All right.
And you are?
Salt Lake City, Utah. Excuse me.
Okay.
I'm in Syracuse. It's a suburb of Salt Lake.
Okay, okay.
All right. Well, we'll talk soon. Thank you.
Thank you.